Welcome, welcome. This is the first episode in English of the Catenaccio Show. Hello, I am Marcolino. We have Fred Di Matteo, Lodovico Moscatelli, Luca Cancellieri, we have Filippo, and we have Luca Di Vincenzo. Welcome, guys. How are you doing?
There you go.
Good, doing good, doing good.
All good, brother.
I'm very excited for this show in English, guys, and I love the logo on the top. I wanted just to shoot a congrats to all of us for the good job that we're putting into this.
It's very exciting that we're doing this in our second language. We're going to see how it goes. And this is a big week for us because it began with a little bit of a rough patch with, of course, Italy getting eliminated by Northern Macedonia. And today, big news as Roberto Mancini has been confirmed as the next Italy manager. And I immediately want to ask you guys, what do you think of this move? And where do you see the Italian national team going forward? Fred, we can begin with you, and then we can go around so we can hear everybody's opinion on it.
To be honest, at the beginning I was kind of skeptical about it because like it's been like really bad for the second time in a row that we didn't make it the World Cup, and for a team like Italy that has won 4 World Cups and it has a really huge history, especially in that type of tournament, that didn't make it, and that's really really bad for our history. But to be honest, rethinking about it right now, I think it might be a good choice. I believe in Roberto Mancini, and I believe he understands from his errors, his mistakes, and I believe he understands that now it's time to try to play more other people, not like Ciro Immobile, for example, but try to play more like Scamacca, Raspadori, or try other some new guys, because that's what we need right now. We need some new blood in the team. That's what we need.
Wow, throwing fire, Fred.
Lodo, what do you think? You're next, Lodovico. Do you think this is a good move for Italy?
Ah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I think.
Very good, Luca. You can.
For me,
Thank you.
for me, okay, Mancini. I mean, we know that he's good. I mean, he lost. I think he lost just one match, honestly. So with that's one with the Macedonia. But I mean, the point he has to change also, not just the players, but for me, he should change also. The system. Sometimes you play only with a 4-3-3, and I mean, if you don't have a striker, like in the last match, we didn't have a striker like a number 9, a real number 9. Uh, he should he should do he should change the system sometimes. Maybe he can try a 4-2-3-1. Uh, I like the coaches that can change the system sometimes based on the player they have available or based on the match. That's for me like a Ancelotti for me. I believe is my favorite coach for me because he's a coach that he change. He doesn't play always with the same system. So he adapt to the players based on the match or based on on the players that he has available. Let me, Antonio, let me add a couple of things to what Luca said. I'm in agreement with what he said. I heard several things that Mancini said lately. I didn't like a couple of them. For example, I didn't like the fact that he stated like he's a very conservative coach. And I didn't like the fact that he started using excuses. He started saying, "Oh, there are a lot of national teams that haven't not win anything for 60 years, and Italy can happen like 10 years. There are some discouragement, can happen some pitfall, and that's what I didn't like about him. Because if you want to win a World Cup, like he said, you need to beat Macedonia. You don't even have to play Macedonia. You need to get first in your group, right? Everybody agrees on that. But I like a couple of things that he said. He said that he talked to
to the President Gravina. They're in agreement. There is a project behind. He really wanted to win the Euro Cup and the World Cup, so he's not gonna give up, and that's its stubbornness that might be a value right now. We need somebody that can get everybody on the track and carry on until the next World Cup. And the second and last things that I like is that he's gonna might change something. He start thinking differently. It will include some young player in the national team. And this is the hope that everybody has, both here in the States and in Italy. And this connects to the topic that is probably going to be talked later. Who is going to be the player that are going to play? That's very important to discuss also today.
Is like you say about the point. Yes, we should change also the system to have more Italian player in Italy. Because today I saw a statistic about our Serie A, and for example, Empoli is the team that has more minutes with more Italian player uh, that play for a team. Is Empoli with 63%. Um, but I mean, I can see like team like Milan, Napoli. That's only 22% of Italian. It's so low. Is the percentage is very low. Juventus also is 33%. I mean, this is from big team like Roma, Inter, also still 28. It's too low. There is no Italian player that play for a big team in the end. So Empoli, Cagliari, Genoa are the only one that they can. Sometimes they use Italian player. So doing like that, we don't have the opportunity to have a good level of players that can play for the national team. So and we are in the position that we have to ask Joao Pedro to become Italian, play for Italy. That's the point. And it's still a player they play for a team that is going to Serie B. I hope no, but there's many chances that the Cagliari goes to Serie B. So I mean, we should change the system for me.
There's a lot to change. Like we gotta go all the way to the roots, to be honest, all the way to the beginning.
I mean, the federation with Gravina, with the president, they should introduce some new rules, like we spoke last time in the first episode in Italian. So maybe we should add one player for every match, one Italian player uh, for every team. Every team should go with so the 11 player that has to play. At least one has to be Italian from the from them academy. So has to grow up. He's a player for Milan. Has to grow up with Milan. Maybe you have to try. If they put the rule that every team has one young Italian player, step by step, we can grow more.
Filippo, do you think that would work? Do you think that would be a solution to get more young Italian players in the bigger teams to have more experience? Because today I was on the broadcast to do the France under 21 national team, and you had players all over the field that were full-time starters for Lyon, Monaco, Nice, even for PSG. But in Italy, you do not have these players. Like if you look at the top teams, Inter, Juventus, Napoli, or Roma, Lazio, there's not too many young players to pick from, and these young players are almost all of them play in Serie B. So
That
how does this get
yeah,
fixed,
that's
Filippo?
I was thinking about it today, and to be honest, I'll go against all of you guys, and I don't think Italy has a bright future ahead. I think it's gonna get worse every year. It's gonna just get worse because I don't see young players that get the opportunity to play. Every time they get like what 20 minutes of playing at the end of the season, and then the next season they get sent to Serie B or Serie C, and we just
Or anywhere else in Europe.
anywhere and
Play
like
with Fred. No,
Wait,
but
can you?
I honestly think something. I think we have a strong foundation in terms of what we have. For example, we have Scamacca at the front.
Guys,
If he turns out to be the best striker possible that we can get, we're gonna have a striker for the next 10 years. We have a midfield with Jorginho, Verratti, and Barella. Which okay, for next World Cup maybe Verratti is gonna be a little bit too old past his prime, but at least we have a solid midfield. We only, I think, for me, in my opinion, I think we have Donnarumma as a goalkeeper, which is one of the best goalkeepers. I'm sorry, Luca, to say it. Milan just like let it out, but we have one of the best goalkeepers for the next 10 years. We only need, I think, to change the defense because we cannot still be with Bonucci and Chiellini.
Can I say something? Like if you look at the age of the players that were playing the game against Macedonia, I think the youngest I think was Berardi, that is 27. That's the youngest, besides Donnarumma.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like all of the other national team, they have 18 players that are 18 years old, 20.
So that means we need to have Berardi also in the next World Cup.
I mean,
probably.
Like
just saying,
we don't have anyone better.
Based on the last rumors where Berardi and Scamacca are going to Milan, maybe they're going
no,
to.
That's crazy.
If Zaniolo and Chiesa play, you have Chiesa on the left and Zaniolo on the right, and Scamacca as a striker is.
Yeah, but we're putting hope on Scamacca that is playing for Sassuolo. He never played international. I think he never scored.
He has to do the step. So
yeah, I agree with people on these on Scamacca.
We have nobody that it's not like, oh, we have this guy that is playing international. It's like we have Scamacca can be a good prospect, but it's not. He's already what 22, 23. Scamacca is not that young.
Scamacca for me can be like Iaquinta, Girardino, people like that.
We have behind the players that behind the players that played the game against Macedonia. We have no players. We have no future. That's why I said I don't see a bright future for Italy, unfortunately, especially with Mancini staying, and even Bonucci said, "Oh, I'm gonna stay. I'm not leaving."
Bonucci. Yeah, but it's gonna be behind the scene. It's gonna be behind the scene. It's gonna be behind the scene. It's gonna be benched.
So we're never gonna get better because we're gonna stick. Even Buffon said, "Oh, I'm gonna play until I play the next World Cup." Is it what? That's crazy.
But listen, people, let me ask you a question. I'm sorry, Antonio. Let me ask a question to people. But can it be worse than these? Because you're saying I don't see a future that is brighter.
Yes, it can be worse.
But can it be worse than not participating to 2 World Cup in a row? I don't think it can be worse.
Participate to 3.
You don't win the Euro Cup and you don't go again to the next World Cup.
You don't qualify to the next.
It's gonna be a third time.
No, for me, that it's impossible. I don't see that. For me, that's
luckily they're gonna put 48 teams, so we can.
We didn't see it against Sweden. We didn't see it against North Macedonia.
Access to the World Cup, or maybe it doesn't have.
It's gonna be in the United States, so
and with 48 teams, so for sure we're gonna make it. We will 48 team. If we don't make it by then we're like.
You see, it cannot be worse than that.
It can be worse.
San Marino can make it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get to the World Cup and get out in the group stage again.
Oh, sure.
I just
how's it gonna be? How's it gonna be, Antonio, with the 48 team? It's gonna be what, 12 group? I think you're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Tony.
We can.
Tony, I think you're muted.
Tony, we don't hear you.
Even if the World Cup gets expanded, it's not a given that more teams from Europe are going to be in. Because the teams are going to be allocated also from Africa, from Asia, from Oceania, and North and South America. So it's not 100% that we're going to be qualifying. Even
that's going to be our level.
Yeah. So.
That's going to be our level. Play against
Japan, Australia.
Yeah, trust me.
And guys, another thing that I wanted to ask, and Fred, you can get on this. What player should Mancini call up in the future? Because now. I heard today that Bonucci wants to stay with the national team. Chiellini hasn't retired yet. So where does this national team go from here?
I want to hear 5 names, Fred. 5 names. That's it.
5 names. Okay. First of all, I want to say that Bonucci and Chiellini, I'm glad that they still want to stay. But at the same time, it's also time to let the young players to play. Like Bastoni, which is one that I will count on. Okay. That's the only one in the defense that has a really bright future.
No, actually
Other
two.
than that,
with the
other than
defense.
that is Mancini, but Mancini at the same time
Mancini,
is not that good. He's
Mancini,
not that good. I don't think
At
he's
least
gonna
one
be
Mancini has to leave. You pick.
Bastoni. All right, Bastoni, Chiesa, of course,
Zaniolo.
Zaniolo, and the fifth,
But
Barella.
Zaniolo is gonna
You
get
have
injured.
Barella, you have Locatelli. In the middle, let's say we are good. I mean,
No, midfield good.
Verratti will be 33 in the next World Cup. I mean, he's still in a good moment. I mean, Pirlo at 33 he was playing super good. I mean, so Verratti, also Jorginho can play. I mean, the middle is not our problem for me. For me, the problem is, I mean, we don't have forwards. I mean, if Scamacca doesn't play, no, like it's happened with Macedonia, we are in trouble, guys. We're really in trouble. So still, Balotelli still is the best. He's still the best, Balotelli. Imagine.
What about Moises Keane for the future?
Moise Kean has 21 years. I mean, he had the experience last year. He played for PSG. He played also good. I mean, but he's not a real number 9.
True.
And he's not a real number 9. You know, you can adapt as a 9. He has to grow. He has to grow. In the end, he has to do more experience because I mean, maybe you know, it can happen that he start to play better or maybe with the continuity. So, but I mean,
I
he's
hope
not
so
a
for
real,
him.
he's not a real striker. We need someone like a Bobo Vieri. You know, like we don't have a player like that.
I
I mean,
honestly think we also have problems I mean, yeah, I agree with Luca. I think midfield we're good, but I also think we have problems. I mean, in defense, besides
yeah,
Bastoni, I cannot count another decent
Listen, defense, you have
Italian defense.
Spinazzola coming back eventually.
but
Yeah, but
Spinazzola is 28.
He's already 27
Spinazzola is gonna be 32 by the next World Cup.
with
And
with
he
a lot
does,
of injuries in the
yeah,
end.
With
Yeah,
like
I
the
know, but
injuries.
the qualifier is gonna be around the corner. So
No, but I mean, we're talking for the future. I mean, I honestly think like beside Bastoni in the future we don't
for
have
the
anybody.
future, you need to pick from the sub 21, and I have three
Uh,
hot names coming around. One might be Rovella, Ricci, Viti. Those people are the
Nicolo
future.
Fagioli if he grew in the
But-
next years, but
Those people are the future, Antonio. I know you're
But
shaking your
Luca,
hands, but
but
those are the
Luca,
22 years old now that are
but
gonna be
who are they
25.
playing
22.
for? How can you put them in the national team if they're playing in Serie B?
Mhm.
No, but
Fagioli is
eventually
playing
we're
in
gonna
Serie
come
B.
up. Listen,
they
eventually.
won.
we have to
If not, people is really right. Then it's gonna
I
be
am.
worse. Than
I know I'm right. Write it down, Tony. Tony, write it down. We're not
Do you
gonna win
feel-
anything for the next 10 years.
Okay, winning it's fine.
Oh,
but you
okay.
think
That's
we're
of
gonna
course.
qualify?
That's
Do you think
okay.
we're gonna qualify for the next World Cup, people?
Um, yeah, because there's
And now
48
we have
teams.
the Europe Cup. The first step we have to qualify for the next Europe Cup. So we still have someone in the middle that is young. I hope, honestly, I tell you, guys, it's not because like I'm a hater of him, but I hope Immobile doesn't go to the national team anymore. So
Listen, Luca, for your happiness, I heard the news that at some point he was debating and thinking of leaving
Yeah.
because he always been considered the person to blame.
Scapegoat.
a
Exactly.
player that scored 30 goal in Serie A, half 50% of the goal on the penalties.
And the other 50
And
against
the other
Spezia.
50 with the Spezia, Venezia, Carpi, and I don't know. So, I mean, we saw also in the derby, the last derby, when Lazio lost 3-0. I mean, he never touched a ball, Immobile.
I agree on that.
Smalling,
And
Smalling put him in his spot.
Smalling and Mancini. I mean, they're no Van der Dijk or I don't know. He's not that kind. I mean, if you don't score with Macedonia, I mean,
I mean, Fred can score.
Ludovico,
Listen.
would you
Yeah,
call
tell
up again Jorginho, and who would you play in defense without Bonucci and Chiellini going forward in the future? We have Bastoni, but who else would play in that center back
I
position?
mean, we can. I believe always that a team should have a mix between young player and someone with more experience. I mean, if you have 1, 2 with more experience, it's still good. Also, if you don't use for all the minutes or all the matches. I mean, Bonucci maybe in the next Europe Cup. I don't know in the World Cup how old he was, but he will be. But I mean,
Bonucci is
the next
34
World
now.
Cup, for the next Europe Cup, Bonucci can play, with Bastoni. But I mean, we need others. It's not enough.
I mean, we could try three in the back if Chiellini is gonna ever
But
come
that's not
back and be
Mancini's.
able to play a little
That's not
more.
Mancini's.
Bonucci, Chiellini, Bastoni.
That's
Nah,
not
Three in the back, and Spinazzola
Mancini
all the way to the
tactic.
left flank.
Bonucci,
Mancini doesn't know.
Chiellini again? No, I cannot.
And Bastoni. What else do we have?
Chiellini-
What else do
Chiellini-
we
Yeah,
have?
at this point, call back
What about
Cannavaro
we
and Barzagli from retirement. Maybe.
What is Fred talking about? Fred? Chiellini is gonna be 38.
I said,
Euros.
And he's gonna play against Mbappe. He's gonna win it.
if he's
against
still
Mbappe.
gonna be, if
Mbappe
he's still
won
gonna
one
be
in
able to
Chiellini.
play, I don't see any other unless I don't know who you have.
No, but in the
But
end,
you're right. You're right. Even
I
Mancini.
got it.
Mancini is
I got it.
1996. Even Mancini is almost gonna be 30. in the next
Mancini is
World
one of the worst players ever playing the national team.
No,
Together
for
with
me,
Acerbi or
Acerbi, guys.
Acerbi, no. Acerbi,
The Europe Cup, when I saw that he was, I mean, it's not for that level.
Acerbi
Level.
reminds me of Pippo Acerbi. It's like the same person, same player. Doesn't
With
know
the
how
hair.
to
With the
doesn't know
hair.
how to like control the ball. Doesn't know how
I don't know why I
to
cannot hear about
impostare. Doesn't know how to like pass a ball. Like even with Lazio this year, it's been like awful. Like, I've seen a few like games. It's like
Guys,
watching a player from
We had to call
prima
Acerbi and
categoria.
Toloi. We had to call Toloi, guys.
The
Toloi.
last World
Our
Cup
only
that we
hope-
went, we called Paletta.
I
Okay.
know, Paletta, grande Paletta. That was people.
Paletta is people.
But Paleka looks like me.
No, but I think our only hope is that Atalanta start like transferring his scouting into Italy because they
But
have the best
Atalanta-
scouting in all Europe.
Atalanta brought a lot of players, like they were like future players, and none of them plays in the national team.
But let's say one
None of
thing.
them.
We have to,
Zapata, Muriel, Maelle, Deron,
No,
Friuler.
for the Italian.
Yeah.
No,
all
I
of them are
know, but
foreign.
that's why I said like they should transfer like the scouting. They should make the scouting more for Italian players. I mean, I honestly think all the Serie A teams should
They
do
got
that and start playing.
Spinazzola,
the problem,
Caldara.
there is one problem. There is one problem that in Italy, I mean, it's not a case that the Atalanta they have a really good scouting and they don't find the good Italians. The problem is start from the academies, guys, in Italy. The academies, all the coaches they want to be good, they want to win. Also, when the player are 13, they should play soccer at that time, at that age. They don't play soccer. They're just coaches. They want to win the league because they for the meritocracy they can go ahead. And you are big, tall. Okay, you're gonna play as a striker. There is no more a person. Okay, you have a really good technique. You're gonna play in the middle. Are you number 9, number 10, a real number 9? There is not that anymore. They want to win, and that's it. Also, in a series like a 13 years old, 14 years old, that's not good. Plus, when they arrive at 18, 19, what they ask to play as a tiki-taka. They never play like that. They don't have the same technique the Spanish people, because we have to be honest. Italian players are they're not technical like Spanish people.
No, never
Spain
been.
is so
Never.
much
I
better.
mean,
No
we
competition.
won a World Cup with Gattuso and Baroni, so yeah.
We play different, and we have to accept to play in that way, or improve that way to play. I mean, or you should change completely the system, but since they are 6 years old, so I mean, they should
Guys,
invest more in
tomorrow we play against Turkey, in this friendly, while Portugal will be playing against Macedonia for a spot in the World Cup. What game are you guys going to watch tomorrow?
None.
I mean, I'm
I'm
not
gonna be
watch
working.
any.
I'm gonna be working. Make some plans.
Tony, there's
There's
not
no
much to
point.
say. There's not much to say here. It would be just a sad friendly between two teams that have recently been eliminated. I don't
It's
even
not even a
understand the
friendly.
reason.
I
It's
think
not
we're
even a
gonna.
friendly,
I
right?
think
It's
it's
for
for
the
the
ranking.
ranking, but I
That's
think
what
we're
I'm
gonna lose either way.
I don't really understand the reason when there are some club games to play this weekend, especially Juve Inter, that is going to be a topic probably later on. It might determine the championship run, and here we are going to Turkey. Sorry, guys, I heard the back noise. But there is a championship run to determine, and maybe that can be like, an important game for Inter, especially in Juventus, maybe to overpass them. So, and now we're here playing against Turkey. I don't really understand.
Agree.
Which, yeah,
I mean, a lot of players already left. Like the most important ones, like Jorginho,
Florenzi, the
Verratti,
most important, the left.
at the starting 11. Some of them already left to go to their respective clubs.
So, for example, Tony, you think that he's gonna play like young kids and try something new, Mancini, or is still gonna be in the same like BS? For Italian people that don't know what's BS, better not to translate.
Well, I think that he's going to act like tomorrow is going to be the start of a new cycle, of a new time. So I expect like Raspadori to get big minutes tomorrow. If Scamacca is healthy enough to play, then we're going to see him on the field too. In midfield, who knows what he's going to do? But I don't expect anything to come of it. And even Turkey, like Burak Yilmaz retired after the game against Portugal.
Oh,
So
he's not dead yet?
No, he retired. I mean,
Oh, they
Burak
didn't
Yilmaz-
kill him, right?
No,
Not yet.
After the penalty.
he went back to Lille very quickly.
But I saw the formation for tomorrow. The
I
possible
mean, I
formation
will feel
is
bad too, like missing like.
okay. Okay, thank you. The possible formation for tomorrow is Donnarumma. Then there is Biraghi, Chiellini, Acerbi, De Sciglio.
Oh my God.
Beautiful defense. Then we have Pessina, Cristante, Tonali.
Perfect.
And then Raspadori, Scamacca, Zaniolo. That's the little hope for the future.
We forgot about Tonali. Tonali is
Raspadori, Scamacca. I mean, yeah, Tonali is also. I mean, at the midfield, I think we're good for the future. But
Raspadori, Scamacca, Zaniolo.
that's a little hope for the future.
Why they didn't play that 2 days ago?
Because they were all Scamacca was a little bit injured. Zaniolo was scared of playing. He was injured as well. So
This is bullshit, guys.
I mean, they were no
Well
injury
said.
for real, so it's just. I mean, for me, they believe. I don't know. Maybe they believe that it was an easy match with Macedonia. You know, maybe.
Everybody-
I mean, I don't
everybody-
believe they were injury for real. Scamacca and Zaniolo for me. So injury maybe they are something like muscular things, But for me, no, something like that. After one day, they were training, guys. So, I mean, you were speaking to go to the World Cup here. So you have to play also. I mean, I prefer Scamacca with one leg than Immobile they play. So, I mean, maybe they thought that it was an easy match with Macedonia. I mean, 66% of possession, 40 shooting. So we create, but the problem was we didn't score, guys. But in the last 8 matches, we don't score. We didn't score, guys. So that's the problem. We have a problem. And the real problem of Italy is on forward. Striker. We don't score, guys. That's the first problem to fix up. Then the rest. I mean, in the middle we find, guys. With Mancini, we also play good. Let's say we play good. We have possession. Good. I mean, compare with the other things that we can do. I mean, we were doing more than the.
We play good with the shitty teams.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, we had chances, but against Spain, we didn't get any chances. Only against shitty teams we had chances. Of course, you gotta put them in.
Yeah.
But
with England also we did more possession. I mean, England didn't impress me so much. England in the final in the end. So I mean,
England doesn't know to play soccer. They're worse than us.
I mean, because Southgate for me is one of the worst coach they can put. They have a huge team. They have Rashford, Sancho. They have Harry Kane. They have Grealish. I mean, in the Europe Cup, they were playing in England in front of the them supporters, and Grealish he was playing only the last 5 minutes. I mean, a player that Manchester City this year spent like more
Luca,
than 100 million. It's crazy.
are you seeing
Yeah,
the page that Luca Cancellieri just brought up? This is what
yeah.
you were talking about earlier, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the percentage I was
It's
speaking.
crazy. It's crazy.
Incredible,
But even
right?
Atalanta and Udinese, there has always been like the team bringing up like new players.
See,
They are
they're
not like playing
international.
Italian anymore.
No,
All
they're
of them
No,
are
international.
international.
also they did also bring Italian players as well.
Who? Atalanta?
Atalanta, Bastoni,
Conti, Conti,
Cristante.
Yeah,
Ovviamente, of
Mancini.
course, they're not big
Top
players,
level.
but
yeah.
at
Yeah.
least,
I mean, let's
at
say
least
who the big player. Which one is a really big player in Italy? Which one? Yeah,
Bastoni.
Chiesa. Okay, Chiesa.
No, not
Donnarumma.
even, not even Chiesa.
I mean, Chiesa is a big
No,
player.
Chiesa is
Nah, he has a
Chiesa is
future,
very
but he didn't do shit. Not he didn't do nothing yet. With Juventus in Champions didn't do nothing. He only scored 1 or 2 goals in the Euro Cup, and that's it.
yeah, but he's the only one that you could
Chiesa
see
is
from
for
the
me.
team.
For
Yeah,
me,
he has a future.
Chiesa
He's the
is
only one with the future. I agree, but it's not like we cannot say he's a big name. He hasn't done nothing in
Jorginho, big
soccer.
name.
for me, honestly, Chiesa is the best Italian player we have. There is
No,
no
It is.
one better than
It might
Chiesa.
be.
no,
It might be.
Verratti is our top player at the moment.
I mean, the
Hippo,
level
who
right
would you
now
say
is
are
really low.
Italy's top three players?
What?
Who would you say are Italy's top three players?
3 right now?
Yes.
Verratti.
I
That's a
mean,
good. That's a good
Chiesa,
For
match.
me, for
Chiesa,
me, the midfield, Tony. For me, the three midfield.
No, you got Verratti, you got Donnarumma. Donnarumma is like a top player. I know he's not
Yeah.
having a good season, but
Don't tell Luca,
no,
don't tell Luca.
no,
I mean,
Let's
Chiesa,
not get mad.
Guys,
Let's not get mad.
I'm not a journalist. I'm
I
just saying.
know, Luca. You
No.
have
I'm not a
remorse towards.
journalist. I don't want to go against you. But what's the vote that he got after the game against Macedonia?
Luca, you're a goalkeeper, and everybody can make a mistake. Luca, what's his name from Liverpool? Kraus, whatever his name. He had a horrible game for the final. Unfortunately, happens in soccer, but Donnarumma is Donnarumma is at the top.
No. It's a good goalkeeper.
The kid is 21, 22, and he has already like
And
100.
he
I mean,
already
he's
spent
always
half
been
of his career
21.
in Milan.
Now he's probably 23, 24. So
No, it's
he
not
was born in
24, Donnarumma.
No, he's younger than me.
1999.
He was born 1999.
Yeah,
February
23.
1999.
Yeah, 23.
Amazing.
Like no, you
23,
got
but
Verratti,
as
Donnarumma, and
Did you guys use
Chiesa.
the calculator?
So you guys brought up Juve and the Chiesa, and Chiesa is going to be a big absence this weekend because there is a big week of Serie A coming up, and it includes the Derby d'Italia with Juve Inter. So
Thank God, no more
Um,
national team people.
I know, thank God.
But the first thing that I wanted to say is congratulations to Juventus
For winning the game.
for winning the game already. Because let's be
I mean,
honest,
I want to
be
say one.
honest, Inter as of right now is not in a good shape. I'm gonna be honest.
Who?
Inter is not in good shape right now.
No,
Well, both the team are not in a good shape, honestly.
But Juventus has been winning, like they have like a winning streak as of right now. Inter is like time every game basically, maybe win one and then tie again.
I think some people are gonna fall asleep during the game.
This match is different, It's like the derby, Roma Lazio is, everything can happen, But I want to say one thing about before that about people about Chiesa. So
Yeah.
Chiesa's this year he did only 4 matches in Champions League. He scored twice. Last year he scored 8 times with the 8 assists in Serie A. I mean,
No.
he's not a striker. He did a really good Europe Cup. I mean, without him, we couldn't go to the final, honestly.
No. I like Chiesa. Don't get me wrong, but we cannot tell him, oh, Chiesa is the best. Like he hasn't done nothing yet in the soccer
Technically,
world.
has power, is super fast. I don't see
agree.
another player like that. I don't see another.
No, of course. He's our best future player, but it's not like, oh, Chiesa is like this champion. He hasn't done nothing. He hasn't won nothing with Juventus. He hasn't won nothing. It's just like for sure, he's like our best bet for the future. But at the
I mean,
moment,
as a wins, he's the best. In his position, I don't see another one better than him.
in Italy, no. In the rest of the world, I can tell you 25 more than him.
No. In the rest of the world, of course, but I mean, he still also in the rest of the world, he has big opportunity to become better because he's super young.
Yeah,
And
I
he has
agree.
it's unbelievable. I mean, in the Europe Cup, I mean, also with Spain, he was the only play. We did one with Spain because we had Chiesa that he was unstoppable. To this year, he played against Chelsea, and there was Thiago Silva and Rudiger that could stop him, and he
No,
scored
I
against.
agree.
So I mean, and the team of Juventus, it was horrible in the middle in that match. I mean, so Chiesa was playing this alone. So I see a big potential from Chiesa and also from Zaniolo for me. Zaniolo is a really good player.
Vediamo, but this weekend, Luca, who do you see winning? You see Juventus or Inter coming out on top?
I mean, this match for me is very important for the Classific. I mean, uh, Inter has. I think that Inter has to win. Has to win if they want to reach the Scudetto. Because if Milan gonna win the next match and Inter gonna lose with the Juventus, so for Inter it can be difficult. Also, if they have to. I mean, they still have to play against Bologna, so they still have 3 points more.
Yeah,
And
that's not easy.
I don't know.
And Milan plays Bologna this weekend.
Yeah, on Monday.
Big
Yes.
match, big match.
Yeah, big match, big match,
Guys,
big
let me
match.
tell you
My ass,
something.
bro.
Let me tell you something. They plan it on Monday, so I can't go to the stadium because I'll be back Monday morning. So I'm sorry, Lodo. Milan is not gonna lose.
It's for
I
nobody,
wouldn't.
for everyone that knows.
I honestly think we're gonna see
Luca,
the
zoom
amazing
dentro.
Salamakers lifting the Serie A trophy. Salamakers, we're gonna see Romagnoli,
Salemaker.
Capitan future
Bennacer,
Romagnoli, Bennacer,
Bennacer,
amazing squad.
Well,
Gabbia.
guys, we forgot about something about Italy. What about Balotelli?
That's done. That's
Balotelli,
it. That's
Yeah,
it.
they mentioned Balotelli. Still better than any other striker
Should
that
we
we
bring
have.
him back?
Here we have a comment from Primo Romano. Balotelli the best. I'm leaving soon.
I mean, he's not the best. I mean, he's playing in Turkey. Of course, now we. I mean, honestly, in the 4-3-3, like in the last match with Macedonia, Balotelli was better than play with Immobile. But I'm not speaking about maybe Immobile. Yes, I know he's playing in Serie A. He has more minutes and everything. But the position in the 4-3-3, Immobile cannot play for me. He's a different
In the
striker.
4-3-3.
Yeah, you need another system to play. He attack in a different way. Balotelli he's still better, but like
Why
tactical
always him?
system.
I wish we had that Balotelli.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one was
that
good.
but that Balotelli is different.
That was
Yes,
like
Different breed.
a different player.
We
No,
also have
but I
Barzai
wanted,
back then.
but I wanted to ask to my dear friend Luca 89. Who do you think is gonna win the Scudetto? I want to ask you because we've been talking for it a while now, and you be saying a lot of stuff, and I get mad at it. So I want to see what you say right now.
Listen, I'm very honest with you.
I need an answer.
Yes, I will give
Don't
it to
go
you.
around it.
I'm not gonna go around. So our team, it's not built for Scudetto.
What is
You
our
know
team?
that. You know that. AC Milan is not built for Scudetto. Salemaker, Krunic, Bennacer, Romagnoli, Florenzi, everybody is insulting them, even AC Milan supporter. So we're not built for
Superstar.
Scudetto. Now, the reason why we're there, it's not only because of luck, it's not only because other teams are doing bad, which is both are true, but there is a group behind, and I think Coach Pioli is doing a great job.
Pioli's on
If
fire.
Pioli is on fire, if we ended up winning the Scudetto, we are gonna be very happy. But it's a sign also that with a shitty team, we were able to win the Serie A. So
So with a better team, you can win the Champions League.
maybe I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I still believe a little bit. I'm not gonna tell you that I still believe it. I still want to get to the Champions League the Champions League spot that is now for 15
You're already in the
points.
Champions League spot.
I know, but it's
You
not
cannot
mathematical.
lose anymore.
It's not
Like,
mathematical.
literally-
It's not
okay,
mathematical.
What do you mean it's
oh,
not
come on, man.
mathematical?
You're gonna lose every
The
game
first
now.
four
You're
for
gonna
me,
lose
they
every
arrived.
game?
First four, they arrived.
Okay,
There's no
but
way.
let me tell you something to answer your question is that if you guys don't beat Juventus and Juventus beat you guys, there are chances that Juventus is gonna push through because of the experience of these years. And if we make a couple of false steps, Juventus can really make it.
I think
I'm
we're
honest.
gonna win.
Neto?
I think we're gonna win.
I mean,
I'm saying if Juventus wins on Sunday. I'm not saying if Juventus loses. If Juventus loses, he's out. But if Juventus wins, he has more chances Juventus than Inter. Definitely.
Is Milan gonna win against Bologna?
It's on a Monday night show. We need to see.
know, now-
We need to see.
After
like-
everybody has played, so Milan has the advantage to see everything that happened, and then they have to go out on the field and beat Bologna without Mihailovic, no?
Yeah,
No,
so-
I wanted to spend. People, should you spend a couple of words for Mihailovic is going through again?
Just
Sad time.
wish him luck. And,
Juventus on the
Hold on,
on
Luca.
no Mihailovic.
Hold on. Let's
no.
let people talk about
Mihailovic.
Mihailovic 1 second.
No,
What did
no,
he
it's-
say today?
No, it's just a sad story that he has to go through leukemia again, one more time. But he said that he feels more secure and happy because he knows what he has to do and what he has to go through and how to tackle the leukemia. But it's sad because it's not the first time that happened to us. So we're gonna be without a month or two without the coach. And last year when it happened, the team performed a little bit better because just to help him out and not make him worry because we all know Mihailovic, he gets mad every 2 seconds if you don't perform the way that you perform. But so it's not gonna be easy for Milan, I think.
I agree.
Everybody, even the captain Soriano talked today. It's like, oh, we're gonna give our best to make him less stressed about us and so he can focus on recovery. So just wish him luck and hopefully he'll be back soon.
I think Milan is gonna lose.
Who?
I think Milan is gonna lose against.
I hope so
Milan.
because
I mean, Lodo, you say every time that Milan is going to lose, and sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. So
I just think Inter is gonna win the Scudetto.
Oh, no, Lord, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
it was
gonna
happen.
It's gonna happen.
okay,
We
Fred,
still have a
if
game.
it's not going to happen, at least you guys are going to win the Coppa Italia.
At this point, I don't see how we're gonna win anything. I'm okay with
I
the
don't
Super
know, I don't
Coppa.
guys, I
I don't
tell
know, to be
you one thing on goal bets. They say that Scudetto for Milan is quoted on the 2.35. Scudetto of Napoli is 4. Scudetto of Inter is 3.25. Scudetto for Juventus is on 10 on bet. I'm gonna put $1,000 before
Let's
the
do it. Let's do it.
the match of winter, because after the match, if we're gonna win, if Juventus gonna win, I mean, he can drop directly to.
mean,
So
it's
you
not
put
that-
the standings.
It's not that if he's gonna win, he's gonna win. Like it's gonna happen.
I mean, this is a strange match. So.
Tony, put the standings. Because at the moment, Inter technically is a possibly -4.
Minus
-6. Minus 3.
Oh, sorry, -3, -3.
I mean,
But
Juventus
look at
will
this.
go to 62. You will go to 62 in that case, and I mean, it's that was the problem, that Juventus is very has 5% of the chance to win,
But
because
Luca,
has
Juventus-
three teams in front.
for Juventus is the hottest team in all of the top four. 4 straight victories, and now they're going to play against Inter, who have drawn 2 matches in a row.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I mean, also the calendar. Juventus after Inter has
Tony, I share the calendar for Juventus. Can we see it together?
Yeah, the calendar
It's
is
a tough
important.
one. It's gonna be a home against Inter. Then he's gonna go to Cagliari, that is playing for relegation. Then he's gonna have this Bologna, which is everywhere, and then against the young kids of Sassuolo. Then Venezia and Genoa again against relegation, and the last two are really tough match because Lazio and Fiorentina are probably gonna play.
I mean,
for
I had
the
They're playing for the Europa League.
Europa League games, so it's gonna be tough and interesting for Juventus.
For me,
If Juventus,
after
if
Milan
Juventus
has
wins
the
all of
Inter
them,
one.
it's gonna be a Serie A champion.
For me, Luca, Juventus after. So we're speaking about the first four. Juventus after Milan has the easy calendar,
Easy.
easier calendar than Inter and Napoli. Put the Inter one, and you're gonna see, and Napoli also.
Inter, we have Juventus, and then Spezia and Verona.
Verona.
Yeah, but Verona and Spezia are now like
I mean,
No,
Verona.
Verona is safe.
Verona
Verona
is
is safe.
they are yeah, but they are chill now. There is less motivation, you know. And then they have Roma,
Yeah.
that according to Lodo is not a big team.
Nah,
And Udinese and Empoli are comfortable too. So Cagliari might be already in Serie B or Serie A.
I mean, at the same level,
Like,
you still have also the Coppa
I
Italia.
think Juventus. Yeah, I think Juventus is a little harder than Inter. Definitely, we can see Napoli if you want, but
Napoli, I think, on the fourth has the worst one.
Look, I'm gonna say this. If
yes,
Inter
Napoli
doesn't win
is a
Napoli is
little
super
tough.
hard, super
Yeah,
hard.
Napoli is harder.
As Atalanta, Fiorentina, Roma,
Torino, Genoa.
Sassuolo.
But a question from me. If Inter wins, can you go back to the calendar? If Inter wins and Juventus loses, and Atalanta and Roma win, do you think Juventus could lose the fourth place
No,
at that point?
No.
I don't think so.
Mathematically, it can happen, of
Oh,
course.
yeah,
But he should lose a lot of matches.
Just keep in mind, Atalanta has 29 games played, so it's a potential 5
Minus
points
5.
differential.
And if they win against Napoli, they're playing this weekend, they could be a -2.
Where they play, Napoli or in Bergamo?
I
They
think
play
it's
in Bergamo.
Bergamo.
It can be a tie, a 1-1, something like that.
What about Milan? Milan is already won.
Let's see the champions, Salamakers.
Milan has these 3 game Bologna, Torino, and Genoa before the Coppa
Super
Italia
tough.
return.
Super tough.
I mean,
the Torino one is tough.
Torino is tough. Like you guys tied 1-1, if you remember. Great goal.
But there is one moment that's very hard. The Lazio, Fiorentina.
Milan has shown
Lazio,
Milan
Fiorentina,
Verona,
Verona,
Atalanta.
teams against
Our
small
is
teams.
the
Milan has
toughest.
lost so many points.
Even Genoa hasn't lost a game since 2022 or something like that.
Yeah.
Genoa's only tied game and won the last one, I think.
Yeah, Genoa. I know it's a shitty team, but
With the new coaches, it's hard.
Hey, Genoa has scored so many goals lately. Look, 0-0.
Look at this.
1-1.
Yeah, but look at this. For relegation, that's good. They won against Torino with one man, without an extra man. You know, like they've been playing.
Guys,
Good
Genoa has scored 4 goals in the last 10 games.
I mean, because in the last 7 matches, they have the new coach, and he plays super defense because he's super smart. He understands that he has a shitty team, and the only way to bring points, he has to stay in the defense, like with a real Catenaccio. So
Yeah, Catenaccio.
this is what we believe.
How many games did they draw? Like 15 games?
They were doing 7 in a row for a second.
Genoa 16.
Who do you think is gonna get relegated this year?
Oh, look at Fiorentina, only 5.
It's a big race also in the bottom of the Classific for me. I mean, it's hard matches. I mean, let me see. Also,
Guys, Venezia is gonna go down. I'm telling you, Venezia is gonna go down. I'm sure. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, Salernitana, Venezia, and Spezia.
the jersey is super cool of the Venezia.
I know.
It will be super cool in Serie B next year too.
Hey guys, can we spend a couple of words for Bari is coming back? They still need 1 point to get to the Serie B. So
What's the classific of the Serie B? Can we see?
There is Ascoli. Ascoli is coming back maybe to do the playoff of the Serie B, and maybe we're gonna have a marquee team in the Serie A.
Money,
Forza
I just
Picchia,
I
Forza
just shared
Picchia.
the Serie B. So
Look at this. Look at this. Ascoli is in the last part of the playoff.
So
yes.
Fagioli with the Cremonese is on fire. He's bringing the Cremonese on Serie A. He's
No, but
playing.
Juventus plays with Rabiot, so we don't need Fagioli.
In this moment, guys, in this moment, after Lecce breakdown, we have Monza and Pisa that are really like running fast toward getting those 2 points. If Cremonese falls in any of the next game, Pisa and Monza can really make it through to Serie A directly. Lecce is having a little crisis together with Brescia, and you know whatever happened with Brescia with Cellino and Inzaghi. So
Leche is
we'll
like
see
milk in Spanish, no?
what happened.
Leche is milk in Spanish, no?
Yeah.
Cazzo.
Comunque,
Guys, don't pass
video,
one
cioè,
to
Guys,
Tony.
and take a look at Spal and Parma coming from Serie A. They're struggling. They're not used to the Serie B ambience and environment. Look how they're struggling.
look at
here.
Buffon.
But I mean, Parma like decided to just do a new project based on youngsters. They beside Buffon in the goalkeeper, they just decided to have all the youngsters and everything.
Yeah.
So I think for them was like a year to reset and everything. But let's focus on Ascoli. If Ascoli keeps the 8th place above Perugia, and then they get to the playoff, I think they might have a shot to go to the Serie A
One
after
thing
so many years.
One thing I wanted to bring up, because earlier we were talking about Balotelli, and Balotelli was with Monza last season. I heard an interview where Christian Vieri was asked about Balotelli's form last year, and he said that Balotelli couldn't run anymore in Serie B for Monza. That's why they didn't end up renewing his contract, and he said that Balotelli would have been absolutely useless for Italy against the North Macedonia. So once again, we keep thinking about Balotelli, about that Balotelli right there. We're not thinking about what is actually happening with Balotelli on the field today. And
How many goals does he have in the Turkey league?
That's true. But I think also Mancini said that the main reason why he left Balotelli out was the form. I don't know if I remember that, but I think he left it out. But I saw transfer market.
Yeah. Also football star.
Our sponsor.
20 appearances, 11 goals.
Not bad.
Yeah, but Turkish league, Fred could do 25 and 25. Like in that league.
In that league, I can win the Scarpa d'Oro like Immobile.
Tony, what is the parenthesis? The game that he sub in?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Tony, what do you
Yes.
think about before
So
we
25 game, 11 goal.
we spoke about Fagioli and you say about Rabiot. There is a good news about Rabiot. So a good news, no, sorry, not good news. There is a big article of Rabiot, because yesterday there was an interview of Veronique Rabiot, the mom of Rabiot and also the manager of Rabiot.
The one that talks a lot.
Yeah, she said that. In France, she said that. He doesn't have to show anything because he's doing good, and the supporters and the media are pretty. The critics is too much for him, and he doesn't have to show anything. So. To me, that's the problem. One of the biggest problem. Since I was a kid and I used to play soccer, I remember that the presidents or the coaches, they always want to the parents, so far from the kids that are playing. And Veronique is also the manager. In the is the opposite. Is the opposite of the. It's crazy when you don't admit that a player like Rabiot is playing bad. He's playing bad for real. I don't remember one match he played good. Maybe last year with Pirlo Milan. But 20 minutes. He played good for 20 minutes because he scored.
He had a nasty goal.
Nasty goal, crazy goal. But
is he gonna play on Saturday?
Of
I
I hope
course.
so.
I think so.
He always plays.
I hope that
You know, and
Zakaria
going,
is
and
gonna
going
come
back to that game, you guys are not going to have Chiesa, but Fred and Lodo, you guys are not going to have probably two of your best players now. I mean, one
back.
definitely.
Brozovic is gonna come back, eh?
I heard
Brozovic, it
I
looks like he's not going to make it. We don't know yet.
No,
we don't know
Brozovic, I
yet,
think he's making it.
but
He's a play.
I heard that Inzaghi wants to try Gozens.
Ooh,
Yeah,
goes
because
and
it
But
goes.
can be
Luca,
really a
speaking
good
of
choice because Perisic in the last 20 minutes is very hard, eh? It's very tough, especially if he is on the right.
I mean,
But
there is
if you think
Perisic the
about it,
Sciglio, guys. Perisic the
if,
Sciglio.
No,
if you
no,
think about it,
It's Perisic Danilo.
Ah,
if
Danilo,
you think
that's
The
about it,
Shi is going to be on the left.
Perisic plays always good against Juventus because
Yeah,
of Quadrado.
yeah, but he
Then
will,
Quadrado,
he will
they
play
have
with
a
Danilo, huh?
history.
Quadrado came back early. Quadrado is already in the team. He got a yellow card in the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
qualifier, so he actually came back early and he's already training.
Can't wait
While
for the
the Inter
episode
is
on
gonna get the
Monday,
majority of the
Fred.
player on Friday.
I
Like
can't
Inter
wait
is
for
gonna
the
get the
episode
majority.
on Monday, Fred. I can't wait for the episode because you said
Oof.
Perisic is going to play an amazing game.
Oh, for the Fantacalcio, for the
They play with
Fantacalcio.
confidence, honestly, so Perisic can be very tough in the last 20 minutes, when the rest of the team will be tired. So, I mean, probably Danilo gonna switch with the Quadrado because maybe Juventus gonna start with Danilo on the right back, and the Perisic can be very hard in the last 20 minutes.
And I think
it's gonna
Allegri is
be
gonna put Dybala in the last
it's gonna be
15 minutes.
I think
it's gonna
Dybala
be a very
is gonna
intense
play for
game.
Inter. So.
But
Yeah,
Dybala
it's gonna
So
be
He's
it's
gonna
already
score
in the
another goal.
contract. It's already in the contract. He can't play.
Gonna score an own goal like De Vrij in the last game.
But speaking
and then
speaking of
and then after the game he
calciomercato,
started crying, say I'm sorry to the Lazio fans.
Fred, sorry. Speaking of calciomercato and of AC Milan, which we brought it up, there's news coming out today
Yeah.
of Divock Origi making a move to Milan from Liverpool. So I'm reading some of his stats this season: 5 appearances for Liverpool, 2 goals for Divock Origi, 26 years old, from Belgium. So Luca, what do you think of this move by the Rossoneri, and how
4
is this
million
going to
per
change
year, guys.
into
4
next
million
season?
per year.
What do you say?
How do you think Origi would fit in this Milan side, looking for next season?
I mean,
Perfectly.
I don't really know this guy very well. I mean, I've been seeing him with Liverpool. He's 26 years old. They will sign him for a long-term contract, and the wages is still gonna be discussed as the deal comes to a close. Um, I'm not really 100% confident that's smart. We're looking for somebody that is young that can partner up with the old guys that we have already on the team that are going to be probably playing as well next year. So we need somebody younger, maybe
But
Italian.
Scamacca, no?
I
Why
would
not
like.
Scamacca?
I just posted a picture that I would like you to share. That's a fun one.
Yeah, today Gazzetta dello Sport say that Milan is was on the couple Scamacca Berardi
I would love those two because there is a great connection
with
between those two.
Leao on the left, Berardi on the right, and Scamacca in the middle.
Brahim Diaz?
Brahim Diaz is in
Brahim Diaz is going back to Real.
Yeah, Brahim Diaz didn't show really that creativity and brilliancy that he showed
At the
the beginning of the
season, he
season
did.
before COVID. After COVID, Brahim Diaz got a really went downhill, and I'm not really sure right now. Milan is 100% sure to sign him again as a full term.
$35 million.
I mean, tactically, Brahim Diaz can play also with the. I mean, if they play with a 4-2-3-1, Brahim Diaz he play, as a trequartista. So Berardi.
So it would be Berardi, Diaz, Leao, and Scamacca.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Champions League.
But
quality.
I heard that Milan this summer wants to go and try to get Renato Sanchez.
Yes.
Renato Sanchez now is on name that is on many teams. Also Juventus, San Renato Sanchez. Also Roma, San Renato Sanchez.
If
I
Milan
heard,
gets
I heard.
Renato Sanchez, it's FIFA World Cup at this point. Like they can win the World Cup.
So we go back to the Italy situation. We got
Origi, people, tell me
No,
something
no,
about
but I
Origi.
wanna hear your opinion about Origi, people.
guys.
Yeah, I would like to know about
Next,
that.
Italy is
I think
I believe.
Origi, I think is one of like is a useless player.
But isn't this another example of a team like Milan not
Yes.
trusting Italian players and going
You-
to
Yes.
get a player?
Yes.
I heard
from
that
Liverpool
they
who
want to pay
scored
him
2
4
goals in the
million,
last 2 years.
4 million a year for a guy that hasn't done nothing for Liverpool. I guess only during the final Champions League. I think it's called
Against
like those.
Barcelona.
That's the only thing he done, and you want to spend $4 million on a player that you don't even like. It's useless. That's why Italy doesn't have a bright future. It's just like it goes back to what we were talking at the beginning. There is
The problem, people,
Italian.
the teams they want to win. That's so money talks in the end, you know.
Of course,
So-
but
Yeah, but you're gonna spend money for somebody that doesn't score.
Yeah, but I mean, there is
put the 4 million.
the
in your-
business. There's a business behind, you know.
I know, unfortunately,
So-
yes, soccer is not the passion anymore. It's
So,
business right now.
Not
let me ask you a
anymore.
question, Luca.
I-
Luca, let me ask you a question. What's the business behind the news that I heard about Juve forcing a move for Alessio Romagnoli?
No, Alessio Romagnoli.
No.
No, lasciamolo al Milan. Leave
No,
him there.
no,
leave him there.
But it's a news that I
The
heard.
news
you
that
know,
Alessio Romagnoli,
and
Romagnoli goes to
Lazio is contending Juventus on signing
No,
Alessio
yeah.
Romagnoli.
Romagnoli has been captain future for the last 25 years. Amazing sign.
But the thing that
Romagnoli.
Romagnoli
Romagnoli goes to Lazio
is still
because he's
24.
also a supporter of Lazio.
No, Romagnoli is not 24 anymore, people. He was
What?
born in 1996.
Yeah, all this is 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still young, and we prefer Acerbi.
I mean, Romagnoli in the best part of his career is doing bench in Milan and he's not coming to play for
Milan bought him for like how much? 20 millions more?
25 millions.
I think it was 25.
Yeah.
With
From,
Bertolacci.
Bertolacci is good.
20
good
million is
signing.
playing with Balotelli, I believe.
Bertolacci, amazing signing.
In
In
Turkey,
Turkey.
Spain.
I honestly think that the good signing for Milan is Salamakers, the next Mertens.
No,
Good,
it's,
good signing.
With that comment, we are going to
About
close.
Mertens, Lodo, there is Lazio is interesting to sign Mertens.
I also saw Lazio and Inter for Mertens, but I don't know if Mertens will
Yeah,
be good.
Inter, but-
Tony,
Yeah.
share these news, Tony. I just
Yes,
want to
yeah, we
hear
have it.
one fast comment. Everybody agreed or not agree on these new Champions League rankings?
I agree.
You agree?
I agree.
You don't.
Yeah, I don't, guys. I don't.
I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
Why? Because
Because I
Milan
don't-
doesn't have points in the Champions
No,
League.
no. Those team other than Juventus, as I told you guys yesterday, because we had a chat together. Other than Juventus, all these teams are gonna make it anyway. So what's the
Yes.
point?
Guys, we have a comment.
Juventus in the last 12 years always made it.
Marco Meola, un saluto.
Wait.
grande Marco,
Grande Marco.
grande Marco,
What's up, Marco?
sempre con noi.
Okay, what's next, Tony?
No, next is to remind everybody that we will be back on Thursday in Italian this time to discuss the weekend in Serie A and to go over what happened in World Cup qualifying this week. What is it, Lodo?
We're gonna dedicate 5 quick minutes the next episode in Italian for the Fantacalcio, since I'm the former winner and I can give advices of Fantacalcio to everybody in Italian. And this year I'm gonna beat Fred, guys. I'm gonna beat Fred.
Sounds good.
But there is one player that is Luca the Bomber. That is coming back from the third position with a real striker, as what the national team doesn't have.
We're gonna do a 10-minute little window about our Fantacalcio. We're
From
gonna
5
show
minutes,
you
it
who's
became
gonna
10,
win.
guys. It's gonna be
Yes,
60
for-
minutes at some point.
No, but it's gonna be fun.
All the episode about Fantacalcio.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
Boys,
special.
Dai.
guys.
It was a
It was a
pleasure,
Good night
pleasure.
to
guys.
everybody.
Good night,
Thank you
guys.
so much for joining us, and until next time.
Forza
Arrivederci.
Colombia. Ale.
Motherfucker.